So somebody mentioned water testing, and that's a good segue for another beginning video, which is what we were talking about, the beginner hobbyist videos. So coming from my last video, which was on plants, this actually goes very well into the next thing. So say your tank is set up and you have water in it and everything's going, so eventually the water cycle is going to start developing, your nitrogen cycle is going to start developing. And I did extensive water testing actually on this tank when the fish were sick, just to show it wasn't nitrite or nitrate poisoning. So just remember, there's nitrates and nitrites, NO2 and NO3. NO2 is more toxic. It gets transferred down into NO3. So just remember that 2 comes before 3, and 3 is less toxic. So nitrates and nitrites, remember that. NO2, NO3. The bottles usually say NO2, NO3, or they say nitrites and nitrates. So you can get a bottle of test strips, one for water testing, general things like the nitrates, nitrites, GH, KH. Some of them test pH and stuff like that, chlorine. And then almost every other bottle will be separate, and it will have ammonia on its own. Some people say because the test needs to read differently. So you can see it right there, nitrates and nitrites, they're on there. And the one that's more toxic, okay, the NO2 gets converted down to NO3, and that is the one that you can generally keep around long term, and it helps feed your plants. Actually, both help feed your plants, but because one of them is more toxic, and ammonia is actually the most toxic one, so as the water cycle progresses, ammonia can break down to nitrates and nitrites, and then from there the plants can eat it. Apparently some plants can eat ammonia immediately, I believe. But it's a lot more likely to be nitrate or nitrite suckers. They're gonna ingest that as some of their nutrients to grow. So plants actually will help you cut these levels down, and then you will have a better water quality, which is why I actually say they act as a secondary filter. And you also get the benefit of having a really cool water garden. So in the end, when you're setting up your tank, I really do recommend plants and water testing.